Have you ever wondered why some women seem to have this magnetic pull, effortlessly captivating the men they desire? You've likely seen it before. A woman who doesn't chase, doesn't plead, but commands attention and respect. What is her secret? How does she do it? If you've ever felt like you're missing the key to unlocking that kind of power over men, you're not alone. But here's the thing. It's not about looks, superficial charm, or playing manipulative games. It's about stepping into your most authentic, powerful self. It's about learning the art of influence wrapped in confidence, grace, and a touch of mystery. We live in a world where women are often told to conform, to shrink themselves to please. But what if I told you that the real key to gaining power over any man lies in your ability to embrace who you are, to stand tall in your independence, and to wield emotional intelligence like a finely tuned instrument? This isn't about controlling a man. It's about becoming a woman so irresistible, so compelling, that he willingly chooses to revolve around your orbit. Imagine the transformation. Instead of second-guessing your every move, you radiate a quiet confidence. Instead of chasing his validation, you command his admiration. What if you could stop wondering what he's thinking and start knowing that you're the one shaping the dynamic? That's the kind of power I'm talking about. Authentic, magnetic, and completely within your reach. In this journey, you're going to uncover 10 deeply transformative ways to step into your power, inspired by ancient wisdom and modern insight. These principles aren't just about relationships. They're about personal growth, independence, and developing the kind of presence that draws people to you. Let's dive into the first step, maintaining your independence. You'll see why this one simple shift is the foundation of everything. 1. Maintain your independence. What's the first thing a man notices about a woman who captivates him? It's not just her smile or her eyes, it's her essence, her aura of independence. There's something deeply magnetic about a woman who doesn't just survive, but thrives on her own terms. Think about it. Are you living a life that makes you truly happy, regardless of whether he's in it or not? Men are naturally drawn to women who own their independence like a crown. Why? Because it signals strength. When you have your own passions, your own goals, and your own life, you show him that you're not waiting for someone to complete you. You are already whole, and that's an intoxicating energy to be around. Now let's get real. Have you ever found yourself reshuffling your entire schedule just because he called, or abandoning your plans because he asked to see you at the last minute? It feels good in the moment, doesn't it? But over time, what message does it send? It tells him that your world revolves around him. And here's the truth. No man wants to be the sole source of your happiness. It's too much pressure, and it's not sustainable. Independence isn't about being aloof or unavailable. It's about prioritizing your own growth and well-being. Stoic principles teach us to focus on what we can control: our actions, our mindset, our goals. By pouring your energy into what lights you up, you naturally become more attractive. It's about creating a life so full and vibrant that he can't help but want to be part of it. For example, if you've got a passion for painting, a thriving career, or a weekly book club with your friends, don't give those up for him. Instead, invite him to see the value of your world. Let him witness the glow that comes from living a life rich with purpose. He will respect you more for it. Imagine this scenario. He calls you on a Friday evening hoping to see you, but you already have plans with friends. Instead of canceling, you say, "I'd love to see you, but I've got plans tonight. How about Sunday?" This simple act does two things. First, it shows that you value your time. Second, it subtly communicates that while he's important, he's not your entire universe. That's a dynamic shift, isn't it? Suddenly, he's the one making sure he fits into your schedule. Independence is also about emotional resilience. Stoicism, The ancient philosophy of emotional mastery reminds us to control what we can and accept what we cannot. You can't control how he feels or what he does, but you can control how you show up. When you make decisions based on your own values and desires, you send a powerful message. I am enough. I choose you, but I don't need you. Picture this. You're in a relationship, and he wants to change the weekend plans you made together. Instead of accommodating every whim, you gently but firmly stick to what works for you. Perhaps you say, I hear you, but I've been looking forward to our original plan. Let's stick to it. This isn't about being rigid. It's about showing that you value yourself enough to hold your ground. Here's a little exercise for you. Take a moment to reflect on what makes you happiest. Is it a hobby, a dream, a social circle? Commit to nurturing those parts of your life. Let him see you thriving, not waiting. Trust me, there's nothing more powerful than a woman who lives her life boldly, unapologetically, and fully. Maintaining your independence isn't just a tool for attracting a man. It's a foundation for living your best life. And when you do that, you'll find that the right man doesn't just want to be part of it, he'll cherish it. Independence, my friend, isn't just empowering, it's magnetic, and it's the first most crucial step to gaining power over any man. 2. Master emotional intelligence. What separates a woman who merely catches a man's eye from one who captivates his soul? It's not just about wit or beauty. It's about your ability to connect on a deeper, more profound level. Emotional intelligence, the art of understanding and managing emotions, both yours and his, is the secret weapon that can turn fleeting attraction into lasting influence. But let me ask you this. How often do you pause and reflect on your own emotions? How aware are you of how your energy impacts the people around you, especially him? If you're like most people, it's easy to let emotions run on autopilot. But when you master emotional intelligence, you stop reacting impulsively and instead respond with grace, clarity, and purpose. Imagine this scenario. He's had a tough day at work, and he comes home distant, maybe even a little snappy. Your first instinct might be to take it personally, to feel hurt, or even to snap back. But a woman with high emotional intelligence does something extraordinary. She doesn't react. Instead, she listens, observes, and empathizes. She might say, "You seem a little stressed. Want to talk about it?" Just like that, you've shifted the dynamic. You're no longer part of the problem, you're the solution. That's the magic of emotional intelligence. It's not about suppressing your feelings or walking on eggshells. It's about being attuned to the unspoken undercurrents of emotion in every interaction. Love Stoic philosophy teaches us the power of self-awareness, a cornerstone of emotional intelligence. When you understand your own emotions and why you feel what you feel, you can communicate them with authenticity and calm. This clarity is captivating to a man because it's rare and deeply reassuring. Men often admire women who can remain calm under pressure, who don't let small irritations spiral into unnecessary drama. Emotional intelligence allows you to step back and ask, is this worth my energy? Or, how can I approach this in a way that strengthens us instead of dividing us? When you handle conflict with calmness and maturity, you stand out in his mind. He sees you as someone who brings peace and understanding into his life, not chaos. Let's take it deeper. Emotional intelligence isn't just about self-awareness. It's also about empathy, the ability to genuinely understand and share another person's feelings. This doesn't mean agreeing with everything he says or does. It means showing that you care enough to see things from his perspective. For example, if he's excited about a passionate project, you show interest, even if it's not your thing. You might say, "I love how passionate you are about that. tell me more. These small gestures make him feel valued and understood, creating a bond that's hard to break. But let's not forget, emotional intelligence also means setting boundaries when needed. Empathy doesn't mean letting someone walk all over you. A powerful woman knows when to offer compassion and when to stand firm. If he crosses a line, you can calmly but assertively say, "I understand your point of view, but I need to be clear about how this makes me feel." This balance between empathy and self-respect is intoxicating because it shows that you're not afraid to stand up for yourself while still valuing the relationship. The best part, emotional intelligence isn't something you're born with. It's something you cultivate. Start by reflecting on your own emotional patterns. What triggers you? What soothes you? Then practice observing his emotions without judgment. Notice how his tone changes when he's stressed, or how he lights up when talking about something he loves. These little insights give you a roadmap to connect with him on a deeper level. Now, I want you to imagine this. You're at a party with him, and someone says something that could easily irritate you. Instead of reacting, you smile, gracefully continue the conversation, and later share your thoughts privately with him. That level of composure speaks volumes. It shows that you're in control of your emotions, and that kind of control is magnetic. Men are drawn to women who bring calmness and security into their lives, women who feel like home. Here's the truth. Emotional intelligence isn't just about him, it's about you. It's about becoming a woman who understands herself so deeply that she doesn't need to manipulate or force anything. A woman who radiates calm, empathy, and self-assurance becomes irresistible, not because she's trying to be, but because that's who she is. If you're starting to feel the power of emotional intelligence, take a moment to show some love. Like this video and comment number 1 below if this resonates with you. Your support means the world to me, and it keeps this community growing stronger. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss another transformative insight. Trust me, this is just the beginning. With each principle, you're stepping closer to becoming the most magnetic version of yourself. Ready for the next step? Let's keep going, shall we? 3. Set clear personal boundaries. Have you ever noticed how the most captivating women seem to have an unshakable sense of self? They exude an air of certainty, not because they are cold or detached, but because they know their worth and aren't afraid to enforce it. This, my friend, is the power of boundaries. A woman who sets clear personal boundaries isn't just attractive, she's magnetic. Why? Because boundaries aren't walls. They're guideposts that show the world, including him, how you expect to be treated. Let's start with a simple truth. Boundaries are about respect, self-respect, and mutual respect. Without them, relationships often become unbalanced, with one person giving too much while the other takes more than they should. Setting boundaries ensures that your needs, values, and emotional well-being are prioritized. It's not about controlling him, it's about protecting your energy and ensuring that you maintain your dignity. Picture this. You're on a date and he makes a joke at your expense. At first you laugh it off, but deep down it bothers you. A woman who hasn't embraced her boundaries might stay silent, letting resentment build over time. But a woman who knows her worth would calmly address it. She might say, "I know you meant that as a joke, but it didn't sit well with me. I'd appreciate it if we kept things light." This isn't about confrontation, it's about clarity. It shows him that while you're open and understanding, you also have standards. The beauty of boundaries is that they teach people how to treat you. When you consistently enforce them, you're sending a powerful message. I value myself, and I expect you to do the same. This doesn't just apply to romantic relationships, whether it's friends, family, or colleagues. Boundaries create a framework for healthy, balanced connections. Now let's take this deeper. Boundaries also protect your time and energy. How often have you cancelled your plans, rearranged your schedule, or said yes to something you didn't want to do, just to avoid conflict or make him happy? While it might feel like the nice thing to do, over time it chips away at your sense of self. By learning to say no when necessary, you're reclaiming your power. For example, if he asks you to drop everything and meet him, but you've had a long day and need to recharge, it's okay to decline. You might say, "I'd love to see you, but tonight I need some time to unwind. How about we meet tomorrow instead?" This small act of self-care shows him that you respect yourself enough to honor your needs. And believe it or not, men respect women who respect themselves. Boundaries also help in creating emotional safety. Love Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of rationality and self-control in our interactions. By setting boundaries, you're ensuring that emotions like frustration, resentment, or guilt don't fester beneath the surface. Instead, you're creating a space where both of you can express yourselves openly and honestly. But what if he reacts negatively to your boundaries? Here's the truth. Boundaries will reveal the people who truly value you. A man who respects you will appreciate your clarity, even if it challenges him in the moment. A man who doesn't respect you might push back, trying to guilt or manipulate you. This isn't a sign to abandon your boundaries. It's a sign to reevaluate his place in your life. Remember, boundaries aren't about keeping him close. They're about ensuring that those who stay in your life add value to it. The most compelling women understand that boundaries aren't about power over someone else. They're about power over yourself. They allow you to stand tall, knowing that you're living in alignment with your values. They teach others how to treat you and create relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. So the next time you find yourself in a situation where your boundaries are tested, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, what am I comfortable with? What do I need to feel respected? Then communicate that clearly and confidently. You'll find that setting boundaries isn't just empowering, it's transformative. It creates space for healthier, more fulfilling connections. And it shows him that you're not just any woman. You're a high-value woman who knows her worth. Stay calm under pressure. Have you ever been in a situation where emotions were running high and you felt the pull to react impulsively? Maybe he said something that stung, or perhaps he tested your patience in a way that left you feeling on edge. These moments can feel like small storms in your relationship, but here's the truth. How you handle these situations can determine whether you gain or lose power in his eyes. Staying calm under pressure is one of the most underrated yet powerful tools a woman can wield. It's not about suppressing your feelings or pretending everything is fine. It's about mastering your emotions and showing him that you're composed, resilient, and in control. This kind of emotional steadiness is rare, and that's exactly why it's so magnetic. Let me ask you this. How do you usually respond when he does something that frustrates or disappoints you? Do you lash out, go silent, or try to prove a point? These reactions might feel justified in the moment, but they often lead to unnecessary tension. A calm, composed response, on the other hand, shifts the dynamic entirely. Instead of reacting, you diffuse. For instance, imagine he's late to a date and hasn't communicated. The instinct might be to call him out the moment he arrives, but what if instead you greeted him with a calm smile and said, "I was wondering if everything was okay. I appreciate communication when plans change." This approach shows maturity and concern without sacrificing your standards. It makes him reflect on his actions rather than becoming defensive. Love Stoic philosophy teaches us that we can't control others' actions, but we can control our responses. When you remain calm under pressure, you're embodying this principle in real time. It shows him that you're not easily rattled, and that kind of poise creates an undeniable presence. It signals to him that you're not just reactive, you're intentional. Let's face it, a man deeply respects a woman who can handle difficult situations with grace. But staying calm doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It means processing them thoughtfully before you respond. The next time you feel triggered, take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Or, how can I communicate my feelings without escalating the situation? By choosing calmness, you're showing him that you value the relationship more than winning an argument or proving a point. Now let's talk about how this applies to everyday life. Perhaps he teases you in a way that feels too personal, or maybe he forgets an important date. Instead of letting anger drive your response, express your feelings with clarity. For example, you might say, I enjoy playful teasing, but that comment didn't sit right with me. Can we avoid that in the future? This response is calm but firm. It sets a boundary while maintaining respect in the relationship. There's also a deeper layer to staying calm under pressure. It shows that you're confident in your own value. When you don't let minor frustrations or provocations shake you, you're signaling to him that you're not seeking validation or approval from him. You already have it within yourself. This self-assuredness is incredibly attractive because it shifts the power dynamic in your favor. He sees you as someone who enhances his life, not someone who adds unnecessary drama. Think of the most poised, captivating women you admire. They all share this quality, the ability to remain calm and composed no matter the situation. Whether it's a difficult conversation, an unexpected challenge, or a moment of vulnerability, they exude a quiet confidence that draws people in. You have the power to embody that same energy. Now, if you're loving these insights and feel inspired to cultivate this kind of calmness in your relationships, take a moment to let me know. Like this video and comment number 1 if you're resonating with this message. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to join our growing community of women who are stepping into their power with confidence and grace. Trust me, the best is yet to come, and I don't want you to miss it. Cultivate an abundance mindset. Have you ever found yourself focusing so much on one man that everything else in your life seems to fade into the background? It's a common trap, believing that there's only one right person, one opportunity, one chance to make things work. But what if I told you that this mindset might be the very thing holding you back from the love and respect you truly deserve? An abundance mindset isn't just a feel-good philosophy. It's a powerful way of life that shifts how you see yourself, your relationships, and the world around you. When you embrace abundance, you recognize that life is full of opportunities. There isn't just one perfect man or one perfect relationship. Instead, there are endless possibilities for connection, growth, and fulfillment. This mindset liberates you from fear and desperation, replacing it with confidence and curiosity. Let's break it down. When you operate from a scarcity mindset, believing that losing him would mean losing everything, you inadvertently give away your power. Your actions may become rooted in fear, fear of upsetting him, fear of being alone, fear of missing out. This can lead to over-accommodating, overthinking, or even clinging to relationships that aren't truly serving you. But an abundance mindset changes the game entirely. It reminds you that you are the prize, and any man lucky enough to be with you should earn his place in your life. Imagine walking into a room with the energy of someone who knows her worth. You're not scanning the crowd hoping to catch someone's attention. Instead, you're radiating a quiet confidence that draws people to you effortlessly. That's the power of abundance. It's magnetic. Men are naturally attracted to women who seem content and fulfilled in their own lives, women who don't chase but attract. Cultivating this mindset starts with a shift in focus. Instead of pouring all your energy into chasing love, invest that energy into yourself. Love Stoic principles teach us to concentrate on what we can control, our own growth, passions, and happiness. When you channel your time and attention into things that light you up, you naturally become more radiant, more interesting, and more irresistible. For example, think about a hobby or skill you've always wanted to pursue, whether it's learning a new language, taking up yoga, or diving into a creative project. These endeavors don't just enrich your life, they also make you more intriguing. Imagine sharing your passion for photography or your excitement about a recent solo trip. These are the kinds of things that captivate a man's attention because they show that you're living a vibrant, full life, with or without him. An abundance mindset also helps you navigate rejection with grace. Let's be honest, no one likes to hear no or feel that a relationship isn't working out. But when you truly believe in abundance, rejection stops feeling like a loss and starts feeling like redirection. Instead of seeing it as the end of something, you view it as an opportunity to move towards something even better. This resilience, grounded in Stoicism, not only empowers you, but also shows him that you're not easily shaken in relationships. This mindset creates a subtle but powerful shift in dynamics. When you approach love with abundance, you're not afraid to set boundaries or voice your needs. You know that if one relationship doesn't meet your standards, there will be others that do. This confidence is deeply attractive because it shows that you're with him by choice, not out of fear of being alone. And let's be real, nothing intrigues a man more than a woman who knows her worth and isn't afraid to walk away if it's not being honored. But let's go even deeper. An abundance mindset isn't just about romantic relationships. It's about how you see yourself in every area of life. When you approach your career, friendships, and personal goals with a sense of limitless possibilities, you naturally exude positivity and strength. This energy is infectious. People, including him, will want to be around you because you inspire them to think bigger, dream bolder, and live better. So how do you cultivate this mindset? Start by challenging limiting beliefs. If you catch yourself thinking, "I'll never find someone like him," replace that thought with, "I deserve a relationship that matches my energy and values." Practice gratitude for the abundance already present in your life, your health, your friendships, your career. This practice trains your mind to see opportunities rather than obstacles. As you embrace this mindset, you'll notice a shift not only in how you feel, but also in how others perceive you. Men will be drawn to your sense of independence, your optimism, and your unwavering belief in your own worth. And the best part, you'll realize that the love and respect you've been seeking from others already exists within you. An abundance mindset isn't just about attracting men. It's about attracting the right kind of men, the ones who see your value, who respect your boundaries, and who are willing to meet you at your level. And when you live with this energy, you're no longer just participating in relationships, you're elevating them. 6. Use confident body language. Do you realize how much you communicate without saying a single word? Your body language speaks volumes, sometimes even louder than the words you choose. It's the way you carry yourself, the subtle cues you send, and the energy you project that can captivate any man's attention. Confidence in body language is not just about looking good. It's about embodying a sense of power, assurance, and presence that draws him in effortlessly. Think about this. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately been drawn to someone? Not because of their appearance, but because of their energy. That's the magic of confident body language. It's not about perfection. It's about owning your space and letting your inner strength shine. When you move with purpose, maintain eye contact and express yourself with subtle yet powerful gestures. You're silently communicating, "I know my worth." Let's start with one of the most potent tools in your arsenal, eye contact. Holding eye contact a moment longer than usual can create a connection so strong it feels almost magnetic. Imagine this scenario. You're at a dinner party and across the table he glances at you. Instead of looking away nervously, you hold his gaze for a beat longer, letting a slight smile play on your lips before turning back to the conversation. That one moment says everything. It shows him that you're confident, composed, and completely at ease in your skin. But here's the twist. Confident body language isn't just about captivating him. It's about how it makes you feel. When you stand tall, shoulders back, and head held high, you're signaling to your own mind that you're in control. This is what Love Stoic principles teach us, to project outwardly what we cultivate inwardly. Confidence begins within, and your body language becomes the physical manifestation of that inner strength. Now let's talk about movement. How do you walk into a room? Is it with hesitation, or do you glide in as if you own the space? A confident walk is slow and deliberate. Your strides are neither rushed nor overly cautious, they're purposeful. Each step says, "I belong here." Whether you're entering a crowded restaurant or simply joining him on a casual outing, the way you move tells him how you feel about yourself. And trust me, confidence is irresistible. Your hands and gestures are equally important. Small, deliberate movements exude elegance and control. For example, when you're talking, don't fidget or overuse your hands. Instead, make meaningful gestures that enhance your words. Touching his arm lightly during a moment of shared laughter or brushing a stray hair out of your face can be incredibly impactful. These subtle actions create a sense of intimacy and connection without being overt. Let's not forget the power of your posture. Sitting or standing with an open posture, shoulders relaxed, chest slightly lifted, conveys approachability and strength. Avoid crossing your arms, which can seem defensive, or slouching, which diminishes your presence. Instead, embrace the power of being open and grounded. When you sit confidently at a table, leaning slightly forward when engaged, you're signaling interest and control. He'll feel the difference without even knowing why. Confident body language also involves your voice. How you speak can either draw him in or make you fade into the background. A calm, steady tone with just the right inflection creates a mesmerizing effect. Avoid rushing through your words. Instead, take your time, as if every word you say holds weight and significance. This aligns beautifully with Stoicism, which emphasizes composure and deliberate action. Let me ask you, how often do you check in with your body language during interactions? Are you aware of how you present yourself, or do you let your nerves dictate your movements? Start practicing awareness. The next time you're with him, or even just out and about, pay attention to your posture, your gestures, and the way you hold yourself. You'll be amazed at how these small adjustments can transform how others see you and how you feel about yourself. Confident body language isn't just about looking poised. It's about creating an energy that people can't resist. It's about showing him without a word that you are in control of your space and your emotions. And here's the best part. When you embody this kind of confidence, you won't just captivate him, you'll captivate everyone around you. If you've been loving this journey into discovering your power, let's keep the momentum going. Like this video and comment number 1 if you're resonating with these insights. Don't forget to subscribe to join our community of women stepping into their most confident, magnetic selves. The next step in your transformation is just around the corner, and I can't wait to guide you there. 7. Be comfortable with uncertainty. How often do we try to script our lives, especially our relationships, in a way that feels safe and predictable? It's natural to want clarity and control, but here's the paradox. The more you cling to certainty, the more you stifle the magic of connection. The most captivating women are those who can lean into uncertainty with grace and curiosity, creating a dynamic that keeps any man on his toes. Embracing uncertainty isn't about being reckless or indifferent. It's about letting go of the need to control every outcome. It's about trusting the process and allowing the relationship to evolve naturally. When you stop trying to predict or force every step, you create space for genuine connection and surprises. 2 key ingredients in any compelling relationship. Let's imagine this scenario. You've been on a few dates and you're starting to like him. The temptation might be to figure out where you stand, what he's feeling, where it's going, and how he sees you in his life. While these thoughts are normal, acting on them too soon can shift the dynamic. When you're too focused on defining the relationship, you might unintentionally communicate insecurity or impatience. Instead, what if you embraced the ambiguity? What if you enjoyed the journey without rushing to the destination? Love Stoic philosophy aligns beautifully here, emphasizing that we should focus on what we can control, our own actions, reactions, and mindset. You can't control how he feels or whether he's ready for something serious, but you can control how you show up. By leaning into the uncertainty, you're showing him that you're not afraid to let things unfold. This confidence in the unknown is incredibly alluring because it signals trust in yourself and in the natural flow of the relationship. Being comfortable with uncertainty also means being fully present in the moment. Instead of overanalyzing his every word or action, focus on how you feel when you're together. Are you enjoying his company? Is there mutual respect and effort? When you stop worrying about what's next, you can truly savor what's happening now. This presence creates a deeper connection because he feels that you're genuinely with him, not distracted by doubts or plans. But how do you handle the moments when uncertainty feels overwhelming? Start by reframing your mindset. Instead of seeing ambiguity as something to fix, see it as an opportunity for growth. Relationships, especially in their early stages, are like uncharted adventures. The twists and turns are what make the journey exciting. Trust that if you remain true to yourself, the right outcomes will reveal themselves in time. Here's another way to approach uncertainty. View it as a sign of possibility. When everything isn't mapped out, there's room for spontaneity, mystery, and discovery. This doesn't mean you can't have standards or boundaries. It means you don't need to micromanage every detail. For example, if he doesn't text you back immediately, resist the urge to overthink. Instead of assuming the worst, assume the best. He'll get back to you when he can, and in the meantime, your world doesn't stop. Uncertainty also allows you to maintain your independence. When you're not fixated on him or the relationship's trajectory, you're free to focus on your own life, pursue your goals, nurture your passions, and spend time with friends. This independence not only enriches your life, but also keeps the relationship dynamic. He'll sense that you're not reliant on him for your happiness, which creates a healthy balance of mutual respect and admiration. Let's not forget that uncertainty can even be fun. Think of it as an adventure, a story unfolding without a predetermined ending. Allow yourself to be surprised by his actions, to discover new facets of his personality, and to enjoy the process of getting to know each other. This openness invites him to do the same, fostering a relationship that feels alive and full of potential. Ultimately, being comfortable with uncertainty is about cultivating trust in yourself, in him, and in the process. It's about recognizing that you don't need to have all the answers to feel secure. When you embrace the unknown with confidence and curiosity, you create a dynamic that is both exciting and deeply grounded. This balance is what draws him in and keeps him invested. By letting go of the need for constant reassurance or control, you're showing him that you're not just a partner, you're a woman who knows how to navigate life's unpredictability with strength and grace. And that, my friend, is a quality that leaves a lasting impression.